Hi everyone, this is Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. We're here at Top Wind Ranch and today we're going to be doing some weanling basics. So I have Baby Kate right here, as we call her around the ranch, and then little Kaly. These two are best buddies and they hang out all day together in the pasture, but we pulled them up today to show you some life skills your weanlings should have. So the first thing we like to do is just tie them. As a weanling, we don't tie them for very long, extended amounts of time or unsupervised, but here we can tie them up 20 minutes to an hour maybe as we're in the barn, and we can watch them and keep an eye on them as they learn how to stand tied. So these two know how to stand tied, and then they are groomed, and we work on life skills like picking up their feet, fly spray, shine spray, grooming their mane and tails, just kind of touching them all over, and some blanketing. So I'm going to show you that today. So we'll start with grooming Baby Kate, and she knows how to be groomed. She's not scared of much of anything, but one thing that she thinks is kind of funny is mane and tail brushes. She just thinks that it feels a little bit strange on her, and she doesn't really enjoy it, so I just kind of make sure to do that every day and just get her comfortable with it. Today she's looking like she's pretty used to it. We did a little bit last night too. But it's kind of like that different sensation. And so right now at this age, it's just important to get them used to all kinds of things that they're going to need to have as an adult. Not making many things a big deal, but just letting them gain confidence and feel these different sensations that they're going to have to be used to. Same thing for safety. I like to grab the tail and pull it to the side, just so I'm not standing directly behind them, in case you were to spook or kick or do anything like that. And then I can kind of groom her tail. You know, if she were to move around right here, I'd kind of just go with her and wait for her to stand still again before I just release the tail and give her a break. It's important too to remember that right now their duration of learning or their patience is going to be a lot smaller and shorter than an adult horse. So I just do things short and sweet, make their lessons fun and easy. Don't let them get away with really bad habits that you wouldn't want in a big horse, but I don't hold them to the same standard that I would from an older horse. All right, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to work on picking up all 4 of her feet. If we can, we're going to take the hoof pick and kind of clean it up, but we'll see how she does today. And again, especially at this age, we're not making things a big deal. We're just getting them used to it and setting them up for how we want them to behave for the rest of their life. So I'm going to grab the hoof pick, and today we'll see how she does, and if she's not ready to actually get her feet picked out or she's being impatient, just use the brush and kind of get them used to sensations and just different things. So we'll just start wherever she's at and give her a shot. So I always like to start with my hand up here and run it down their leg, just as like a pre-signal that I do want this leg. I'm going to give it a little pinch right here and then ask to pick it up. I'm going to wait until she's standing calmly, and she's totally relaxed, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of pick. I'm going to do this just like I would my big horse, but as you can see, her weight and her body shifted right there, so I just kind of gave her a second, let her think about it. She moved her booty again, and that's okay. And now I'm just going to hold this leg. I'm going to stop picking, but I'm just going to wait for her to relax again. And when she relaxes and stops moving, I'll give her back that foot and just kind of pet on her. I don't want her to think that she can snatch that leg away or pull it away or move, but I will give her a break and just kind of take it easy. I'll go ahead and run my hand down again, pick up, see if I can kind of finish this. We're cleaning out around her frog. She actually might be looking at the camera too, really. Oh, good girl. And so I'll wait for her to stand, maybe give her some brushes, maybe some pats, get her used to the farrier. So when the farrier comes, she is a well-mannered girl. And when she's standing still and nice and relaxed, I'll just give her back that foot. Well, good job. Now we'll go on and do the backs. The first time I'm going to pick up their backs, we'll use a cotton rope just to make sure that I can grab it from a safe distance. But I have picked up Baby Kate's feet, so I'm going to do it with my hands. So same thing, run your hand down the leg, grab a hold, have a little pinch, pick up, wait for her to be relaxed. When she's not moving, I'll start picking. Good girl, wait. So right there, she just kind of moved her leg. I just waited for her to be done. Relax. Oh, Good girl. And brush that out. And sometimes it's important to not get greedy. I'm right here, I'm just trying to find a place where she's relaxing so I can give her foot back. But I want her to wait when she stops moving. Oh. Right there, she just pulled it away, so I'm gonna pick it back up and wait. And when she's standing relaxed, I'll give her that foot back and pet on her. Okay, on Kaly, we're gonna show the use of the cotton rope to pick up the feet. No. Baby Kate's still working on patience, obviously. So we're gonna use the cotton rope to pick up her feet just to show you how it works. So we're gonna make sure that the baby's not scared of the cotton rope. You won't wanna just go ahead and wrap it around their legs if they've never touched on it. But Kaly here, she's had a lot of touching and handling. She's not gonna be scared of this. So what I will do is I'll come down and I will get their foot with the cotton rope. I like to just put a little twist on it just so that I can use that as to secure it as I pick up. So the front legs are gonna bend right here. And so what we wanna do is just kind of assist that motion. So bringing that forward and that up. And it bends just like our legs would, so straight up. So I go ahead and pick it up here. And now the nice thing about the cotton rope is that I can stand upright. I don't have to be bent over. I can kind of be at a safe spot. If she was kicking her leg, I could kind of make sure that I was out of the way. And so that's why this is really handy. I can sit up here and pet on her at the same time while I'm holding that leg. I can wait for her to stop moving or get comfortable and just kind of wait it out. And then from the same spot too, scratch on her. And then when she's standing, oh, she almost took it from me. I'm gonna make her wait. Good girl, wait. And when she's waiting, then I'll give that leg back. So for the back legs pick up a little bit differently. So they don't bend and just come straight up like the front legs do. So it's important to kind of help go with that motion. Because the other thing is, especially as you're doing these weanlings, you want it to be comfortable for them. You won't want to grab their body and manipulate into a weird situation where they don't enjoy it or it's not comfortable. So the same thing, I'll take my cotton rope, wrap it around her leg, and I'll just put a couple twists in it just so that it stays secure on her leg. And then what I'm gonna do is run my hand down just like I'd be practicing and go ahead and give it a pull and pick it up. So this one, we'll let Kaly relax a second. Good girl. You can kind of see how it picks up differently. So it doesn't bend straight and come right back up. You have to kind of allow that leg to come back a little bit so it can sit into a comfortable position. So I'm gonna do the same thing here. Just hold my cotton rope, pet on her, say good girl, wait for her to be standing still. Just kind of confirm to her that she's okay. And I'm not gonna let her have it back. Good girl, until she relaxes and stops trying to pull it. And then just give it back. Good girl. Another thing I like to do with them is just kind of do some extra life skills. So they were actually dewormed yesterday, so I don't need to give them any dewormer. They both did okay with it, but just to practice getting things next to their mouth, touching inside their mouth, you can just take an empty syringe and kind of work through it. So when I go ahead to do this, I'm gonna make sure that I don't wrap my fingers in the halter so that my hand doesn't get hurt if she pulls or moves, but I will kind of hold on to the halter here. And I'm gonna touch her lip. Good girl. And the same thing, I'm gonna wait till I get kind of the response I want. And so I'm gonna touch her, let her move around, and as soon as she just relax, good girl, then I'll just take that away. So good job. I'm gonna work my way up to actually just touching it inside her lip. Whoop, there you go. Good girl. I'm gonna touch her lip, touch around her face, and as soon as she relaxes, good girl. I'm gonna take that away. You kind of can just do this over and over. Some people even will put like a little applesauce in their syringe or something just so they can associate something not yucky with it. I just like to kind of work through it with an empty one and just get used to touching. Good girl. And as soon as she kind of relaxes, just go ahead and take that away again. Okay, so another thing I'm gonna do is just desensitize them to new things. I don't like to over desensitize my babies just because I feel like you can make them dull or too much desensitized. But I can do desensitizing with some light things like saddle pads or blankets. So I'm just gonna show her this today. She's never had this on her, so we'll just kind of see how it goes. So the first thing I'll do is just let them sniff it. Good girl. Good girl. I'll try to pet her with it. Good job. What is that? I'm not sure she's so sure about these big kid things. Good girl. Kind of pet her body with it. Look at you. Good girl. Just gonna get her comfortable, pet her all over. Just make sure that you touch them on both sides with the saddle pad or whatever you're gonna desensitize to. Sometimes they're gonna be okay in certain areas, but maybe nervous in other areas, so you can just take it, from all different spots and touch them all over. Making sure to touch their legs, another weird, see how that was uncomfortable for her? She was okay with it on her back, but I go ahead to touch one of her front legs and she thought that was kind of funny. So we'll work through that situation. You're okay. And see, now she's nervous. Oh my gosh. She's miserable. Scoot over. Good girl. Good. See? The same thing. Good girl. So go ahead and touch that leg again. Good job. Good girl. See? So I'm just also going to show you some basic halter manners. It's important too to remember that even though these guys are so cute, you don't want them to get away with things that you wouldn't want your big horse to do. So while I'm not going to make things a big deal, I'm also not going to let her do things that could be dangerous as she gets bigger. So basic leading, we're going to make sure that she comes off of halter pressure. She stays beside me when I'm leading her. She's not getting ahead, dragging behind, pushing into me. We'll just start applying some pressure so that she knows where to be. And so we'll just practice leading here. She's got a bunch of friends to look at here, so it should be pretty fun. The last thing I'm going to do before she's done for the day is I'm just going to walk her over some obstacles, let her see some stuff, keep it simple, but give her brain something to do. So here we're going to go over some logs today and see how she does. She's getting a little impatient. This is about the end of their attention span, but we'll give it a shot here. Thanks everybody for watching us work with our weanlings today. Just remember, get them out, let them see things, let them be around the commotion of the barn, and just take everything slow and build them up. Thanks for watching.